Hello, YouTube, and welcome back in. We went back and forth on quite a bit of city planning, as you can see. Yes, I am even planning some industrial zones. There are certain spots where they're just going to make some sense, especially for a civ that gets rewarded for aqueducts already. We'll just certainly be planning a little bit there. Yeah, this is our loose plan. This is ideally going to be a Petra city. Maybe St. Basil's, although it's not outstanding. I thought about forcing kind of a bad Petra in here just for, shenanigans, but it seems like a bit much. And I do want this, so we need to wait 2 turns before we can settle down our initial holy site here. Meaning I think I can sneak in a trader. We've got a 4-charge builder here. Basically going pottery into our plantations. I would like to get these olives online. So I could improve the truffles up here eventually. Tobacco tundra sounds weird, Mr. Mantra. I don't think tobacco tundra is a thing that I remember being a thing. But it could still be a thing, I guess. Will I wait for a new era to finish the holy site? It kind of depends. Marco, thank you for the follow. I really need to buy that tile to at least lock it in. I would like open borders, but I guess I don't need it at this moment because we don't really want to explain more. What's the best DLC you should pick up for Civ 6? New Frontier Pass was great, but the major expansion, I would try to pick it all up if you can. I think each have added significant elements of the game, and the current version of Civ 6 is phenomenal. We could settle this too. Look at their science already.
Mysticism is the
All right, we did that. Choose civic. Go to political philosophy. Go there first. We could put in Scout XP, but don't I have barbs I'm dealing with? We have these. This barb invasion's about to happen. We're winding down the end of the era a little bit, but not super quickly. They're much more fun to plan our cities, I can tell you that, Vera. I've never played Civ 2 or 3, unfortunately, so the nostalgia would be lost on me. Again, I don't really want to meet new people. So I think I'm just going to chill. All right, we can buy this now. How much do we think the era score from this holy site is worth in the next era? Because I could have it down in 6 turns and start ticking up 5 faith per turn for our golden. Plus the profit points. Because we need to secure religion. Arabia is in the game, so it needs to not be the second to last religion. or the, yeah, whatever, the last. So much era score. Ooh. Governor title is pretty tasty. I could pop our Void and get into Void in 3 turns. And then that would give me a bunch of faith that starts accumulating. It's either that or we grab some, probably culture. Because we're a long ways from this. I think I'm jumping into Void. Because we could similarly build this instead. Now it doesn't help us with our profit point generation. Because this is only 4 turns. Kaya, thank you for the follow. Okay, so we'll hold that for like 5 turns. This I was gonna say, we're gonna have to deal with this at some point. Send her a trade route. Five turns, we can get olives, double olives, sell them, get a little more housing, clear this out. Mapuche, I have a present for you. I think we might be able to time it well. We'll see. Gulp. So now our 10-turn timer. So yeah, we'll be able to start the next era with that holy site, maybe. And I am all of a sudden in need of units. Pantheon is River Goddess. I'm not running any mods at the moment. I don't usually run mods on patch day. It's a bad idea. I have nothing to trade, huh? Oh, we have double envoy. We'll start the next era with some suzerains, maybe. She chopped this just now. Oh, you didn't miss it by a lot. We can pet that dog. Pet the dog. Well. That's not great. I have nowhere to explore, and he's mad at me. I need to save my gold, though. I don't think you can pet the cat, no. I don't think so. There's a cat scout that you can get. So 9 turns on the era. Next turn we can get our void going. This is... I don't know what to do with this. I have no idea. Do you just randomly get a cat sometimes? No. If you link... It's something about your Epic Games account, and then you can get a cat pet. So yeah, so now it makes sense to delay it, right? New era in 6, our holy site is in... Well, our holy site's in 6 and a new era in 7. We're also in desperate need of military here. So I think getting a second slinger is going to be something we want. Both of our monuments are done now, so we can jump into void. And then now we should have, yeah, almost 9 faith per turn. So Leventa, whom we haven't met, is here somewhere. It's weird that she chopped this for that versus just putting it here, but whatever. Whatever.
The man who has grit. It was luxuries like it.
Okay, all of that makes sense. We have another governor title. I think it's culture time, so we can try to get to political philosophy. We're at 14 turns from it. It's not the slowest. The other option is to grab an Amani here. Send her out next turn. And grab some era score to start the next one. Could Suze Jerusalem. Could Suze Valletta. Don't want to spend my faith on Valletta stuff right now. I think I just want the culture. Man, secret societies. It's such a crazy mode. Don't use my road against me. How dare you? Probably not reggae. Unfortunately. Ooh. Mr. Moneybags over there. Olive branch? Nope. Floodberries are only 160 faith with Valletta. Floodberries are fairly cheap, yeah? Are we going culture? Not necessarily. I want to play a full game. You know, I want to try to do all the things that Khmer want to do. I know, and Mapuche is here, which is sad. All right, how are profits coming along? England and Arabia working on science. I see it. If she settles this, I'm kind of happy with it. Because I do think we're going to plan to... fight her. Hey, PK. Well, that sort of ruins our plan.
I shot an arrow into... My man!
Let's go see what iron is like then. Berkey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's a little sad. She's got iron, which is probably why she settled this. Yeah, I do think we are going to try to use the Domri on her.
It is equally important.
All right, I'm going to go grants before researcher, even though I do want to get to our Domries. I am going to want to make sure we get our religion. We'll hold on to this olive. All right, last turn of the era. All right, I'll meet people next turn. We want to raise this city, potentially. Marl, hello. All right, into a golden age we go. What I was trying to avoid. On the very last turn of the era. It's only one. It's okay. All right, dedication. There's a small chance we're supposed to take Exodus here. We got Arabia. No, I think we'll be able to get our... I think we're set up to get our religion. We can always run a project. So give me monumentality. Do I want a builder or am I saving for a settler? We're about to get a bunch more faith per turn. So maybe we'll wait a tick. Kind of want to explore that. Wake all of our scouts back up. Any video games that have moved or touched me deeply? One of my favorite games of all time is the original BioShock, just because I thought it was a really cool example of how well we could tell stories in a video game, and how well that worked out. I would honestly I emotionally I think playing Valheim this year was the most significant for me. And again, I feel like it's a feel thing where it's like there are such simple concepts in that game done so elegantly, that it's almost like stunning in a way. And so that for me, I've had the most fun. But yeah, BioShock is one of them. What else? We have 2 envoys here. I could send out some first meets. I think that's probably ideal. BioShock easily one of the best video games of all time. Yeah, it's like in my top 3 probably. Oh, I can't send out double envoys yet. So do I want a Suzerain? We could take Singapore, anticipating fighting her, as it would be kind of the closest. Yeah, I know. It's 3 turns till double envoy. And that is tempting. But all these city-states have already been Suzed. So if I'm gonna focus on a little bit of era score here, I think we'll do this. Giving them the wheat tile. Interesting. Okay. And then 3 turns. So turn 54, political philosophy. It's not too bad. Isn't Ken Levine working on some crazy project? I thought last I heard he was working on some like RPG maybe. Like something Fallout-ish? I don't know. Ish. Why didn't I kill the Barb Scout with my Scout earlier? I couldn't, and then I was a little afraid of the health pool. So I decided to heal up instead. And Cleo's far away. Okay, so we've got our holy site done. Hidden Gardens is still available. That one looked cool. I didn't play it, Ryu. Shadow of Colossus. We have 11 total housing. So we're getting... Where's my food? Yeah, +5 food from the holy site. That's so nice. What should we be doing now? Are we supposed to get in gear? We're supposed to get in gear for a war? That's a good question. Did anyone else take the prophet dedication? Yes. I could see building like 2 settlers here. So that we can settle this and get this city going. While we tech towards Domri. Thank you, Conserve. I appreciate that. I'll get it. I just got to learn it. You've all been wonderfully helpful with Aqueduct stuff, and it's just one of those things that it needs to click in my brain. I do think I'll raise that city. Uh-oh. Yeah, so this settler can go settle this iron. Doesn't really work with our plan here, but it's okay. All right, so what are we going to go in then? Do I start with autocracy? Eventually, we want to end up in Classic Republic, but I need to go to oligarchy for war, but I don't want the double military right now. So we could start with oligarchy. Even though I'm not going to really build wonders, we would still get some extra yields in our cap, which is worth something. And then we could switch into oligarchy for the war and then finish off in Classic Republic. I think that's okay. Run the profit points, run colonization for a settler or two. Classic Republic for the profit points. I'm not super worried about it. Although I want to make sure we get work ethic. And I kind of want to go get our temples as soon as possible, right? They're so good. M1A1, have you read oh gosh. Yeah, have you read King Killer Chronicles yet? Because that's worth your time. The first one's a bit of a slow... It's a slow ramp. But it's definitely... I think it's worth your time. Wasn't a big fan. Stopped at the first one. Really? Interesting. I'm big fan. Big fan of those books. Yeah, Lin-Manuel's going to do the music for the King Killer show. Quoth indeed. I actually really enjoyed the Lightbringer series. It's not the most like highbrow thing in the world. But it was a really nice read. And it's like one of those series that's done. So you know that there's a stopping point at some point, which is nice. That's crazy, Wash. Finding done series is the hardest, right? Seriously, though. Seriously, though. Do you just mean by not producing stuff, Ray? I get that as a beef, but... Pat's active on Twitter or on Twitter, but also on Twitch. Pat Rothfuss streams. That would be nice, Garv. Favorite series, The Wire. The Wire is awesome. I binged The Wire last year. Yeah, he was saying he's read a lot of The question was prefaced with I've read a lot of Sanderson. I often recommend Sanderson to people. I think it's really great. Writing. Thoughts on the Inca? I'm very excited to try out the Inca again. Yeah. Yeah, I was late to The Wire. I was most definitely late to The Wire. Do I want to send these to try to clear? How have you not cleared this yet? David Eddings? Okay. I'm always looking for book recommendations. So what I'm thinking about here is do I want to buy the cheapest settler I can? We'll boost the cost of both of these. As soon as I'm done with this one, I'm probably going to run a profit project. I think yes. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go deal with that. Well, we've got a little bit of time here. All right, and this settler's going to come and settle the iron. That's priority 1. Kind of what I was afraid of down there. I'll try to go through Mansa's land here. We've got our cotton back. Wait, does it work again? It works again. Trades work again, you guys. Huzzah. Red Notice by Bill Browder. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Timorius. If you have things you want me to legit look at and check out, please drop them in the Discord. Because this is not. I'm not gonna remember it after stream just by hearing it. Yes, we got it back, Dolphins. We got it. Time to automate scouts. Maybe. How do I feel about young adult fiction? Not really my thing. Stormlight Archive is great. That is super good reads. Getting messy. All right. Is it worth a project? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, no, I've read most of Sanderson's stuff, I think. God, Hang Garden's still sitting here taunting me. And we've got about one more turn. We can go into theology here. But it's fine. Any particular place in the Discord? There's a literati. Literati's like fancy reedy people. So the literati tab is ideal for book recommendations. Please and thank you. I'm tempted to lock down this theater square. I'm worried that we're going to fall too behind in science. Because she's kicking our butt in science, and if we try to fight her, it might not be great. Let's get out of there. Bellowind, that's not one I'm familiar with. Won't the Prasad make up for the theater square? That's a fair point. I could get the government plaza. Might be the government plaza that we're supposed to get here. I think I want to harvest the rice, though. She keeps settling us more cities. Nice, Bellowind. Should I explain locking in districts for people who don't know? I can do that. Yeah, locking in districts, like the cost of districts goes up as the game goes along. And if we lock them in, like we had here for a couple of turns earlier, then we fix the cost and we save on production, which is a very, very good thing to do in Civ 6. So we have some amenities. I think I do want amenities. We're ecstatic in the cap here. And then these new cities should grow pretty quickly, too, if we hold on to our amenities for the time being.
A man on a horse is
Okay. Like start it and finish it later? Yeah. So like here we're pop 4. But when we lose the settler, we're going to go back to pop 3, so we're going to lose the ability to place this. So what you want to do... I don't even have campuses teched. I will next turn. I'll show you Bella Wind. Hold on. I got you. Still just 2 of 5 religions. Wrecked?
writing means share.
I assume that's her population that just got wrecked. All right, so we have the ability to what is called locking in a district, right? So if we look at, if we lock this in, basically we place it because we know where it's going to go because we have good city planning. It's not locked in yet, even though it's in my queue. Now it's locked in, right? Because it changed the appearance of the tile. And this 0 of 117, that's our production progress. And that 117, if we were to wait longer and then place this campus later, that 117 would go up. Now, it's a small change over time, so each individual little thing doesn't save you a massive amount of production. But let's say I'm not ready to build this campus, but I have the spot for it. We might as well lock it in, secure that cost at 117, and then we can go ahead and finish whatever else we were building. But it's still locked in because you can see it. And it's basically like free production if you're mindful of it as you play. This is such a weird settle for me. Yeah, district cost specifically scale as the game goes on. Basically, there are many factors of it, but it's like how many districts do you have discovered? How many districts of that specific type have you built? And that's the big one. But it also scales with technologies unlocked and civics unlocked as well. But the big one is like, hey, we're doing holy sites, right? And so my 10th holy site is going to be very expensive compared to my first one, and part of that like algorithm or whatever is the fact that you've already previously gotten 9, but you can trick the game by being like, well, I've only gotten 0 campuses, and so you can lock in all of these campuses or whatever without having built other ones, and then that saves you production. So but it's district costs specifically that scales. Other costs, I can't think of other costs that scale. You know what? Projects scale, and yeah, chop scale too. But as far as costs, project like the more projects of a type that you've done, the more expensive the next one is. The cost of the district goes up when it's finished or after it's placed. You can place them all you want. It's after it's finished that it goes up. So new continent settle, that's a couple era score. Builder and settler cost also scales. Builder and settler costs also scales. So like here, even though I want to start with a monument, we might as well go ahead and lock down our holy site. or this or whatever. Does trader cost go up? I don't think so. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, you lose the ability to work the tile. That's absolutely true. But you should have options there. Traders do scale? Okay. You didn't think builder's cost was scaling when you're playing Portugal? Pretty sure it was. It should. It should anyways. It's supposed to. I'm not saying that you obviously you could run into a weird. Oh, it was a joke. Okay, I was like, you might have had a bug, something. Okay. Ooh. Do you think if the Barb Scout finds this, that they get a heavy cavalry? All right, there's a couple Eurekas for us. Oh, I don't even have to go here, do I? But I guess I do want a watermill, so. Meteors can kill cities that they land on. We'll just work on war roads. All right, and in this particular spot, we're gonna pop our religion right away. So, if you don't know this about city-states, they expand their borders based on the maximum, or the most ever envoys they've had. So by sending Buenos Aires another envoy here, since we're the envoy leader, they're going to grab a tile. And so we can kind of plan that out and just kind of hope they don't get the wheat. They're going to get wheat, but hopefully not this one. The other thing I can do is settle this city, buy that wheat. Oh, no, they're actually going to get the horses. So I should save this envoy, grab the horses, and then let them expand. All right, all 4 continents are discovered. Oh, did I not clear the barb camp? I didn't clear the barb camp. No, that's just me having been streaming for 5 hours. They did buff Khmer a lot. Thank you, chat.
People who cannot find.
Next turn, I think we've got one more turn's worth. How much is this? 120. We're at 20. And it's not quite half, so it's over 60 that's left. I think we can go one more. All right, profits are done. Settlers are done. Well, that's not true. 2 turns here. So we'll leave discipline in. We'll leave colonization, but we'll bring back in urban planning, and then we'll switch this next turn. We'll get another turn's worth of production out of that. And then here, mostly what I'm looking to do is start clearing spots for districts. Wide in Civ 6 is the way to play. By a lot. You basically get rewarded for building lots of districts, and you can't build multiple districts in the same city, so you need to go wide in order to get of them. Yeah, we're kind of playing tall. We're playing one of if not the best tall civ in the game right now in Khmer. So hey, wrong side. You want some horses? I think that's fine. Seems reasonable. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in the video. We're going to figure out our religion name, and then we will found our religion when we get back, continue expanding, settle this city. Lots of stuff happening. I still think we're going to plan on a war with her, although I'm a little nervous about their progress ahead of us tech-wise. So could be a bit of a risky proposition, but we shall see. Thank you so much. If you've been watching over on the YouTubes, I do appreciate it. And don't forget to stop by twitch.tv/thegamemechanic and come join us live in purses on the internet. See you later.